answer. And the green answer, we can't have a lighter than air airplane, at least not yet. So yeah, the first powered flight was in those old dirigibles. First recorded heavier than air flying machines. What's whalebone, you say? I wouldn't say it was powered by whalebone, but whalebone was used. And I'm not talking about bones of a whale. A whalebone is different from bones of a whale or skeleton bones. Whalebone is like what's in a whale's mouth. It's part of the baleen. Nobody got it because I forgot to tell you about it. But the thing with the whalebone is it's quite strong and very lightweight. So it was used in some early toys. Those Chinese toys I was talking about. They used whalebone, which is like the kind of the filtering, how the whales filter plankton. It's done through whalebone. You got it, Sean. Steam engine, heavier. Okay, yeah. First flight were those toys, right? They did use rubber bands, so, or our own hands were what powered it. Okay, I don't necessarily agree with this one. Let's move on. Okay, good. We knew that steam engine was the first engine, and it carried people on the balloon. So Aiden, not actual whale bones, so not the skeleton of the bones of the whale. If whale bones, how you wrote it, two separate words, that could be interpreted as the skeleton of the whale. But whalebone, one word, is another name for. Have you heard of the term baleen? Maybe there's two L's in there. I don't know. Whalebone is another name for baleen. It's like what filters out the plankton as the whales eat. And it's like very thin and flat, quite strong, lightweight, perfect for aircraft toys. Okay, so these kind of questions are what might be on the test. We're not going to ask for specific dates, but what was the first of this? What was the first of that? You'll probably see those on the test. Oh, what is OHM 4-26? Is that the oil pump? Charles Lindbergh. That's the actual plane, the Spirit of St. Louis. Yeah, no windows. You're right. Yeah, static radio. Rotary radio was in like those old, like in that old Sopwith video that I asked you to watch, where the whole engine's rotating around. He saw with his instrumentation compass. There's not much you can crash into in the Atlantic. Till you get there. At the water, yeah. I don't know. Oh, Nathan, your last name's Taylor. You share the same name as the engineer who built this engine on this aircraft we're looking at right now. I can't remember his first name. It might have been James Taylor, but I think maybe that's a musician. Richard Taylor. Anyone know? I should know this. He was a bicycle mechanic, and he was asked to make an engine for this aircraft. He designed and made the engine in like a week. They asked for like a 6 horsepower engine. He gave them a 12 horsepower engine. And without that engine, these guys wouldn't have had the first flight. So let's give the aircraft mechanic a little credit, shall we? Charlie Taylor. What am I doing here? There we are. Charles Taylor. It was an inline 4-cylinder. AP takes the lead. Oh, very good. Yeah, the radial engines have the best power to weight ratio. Oh, KP, where'd you go? Turbo shaft. So a turbine engine that drives a propeller or like a helicopter rotor or turbo shaft. So a turbine engine with a gearbox turns a shaft. Very, very common engines like the Pratt & Whitney PT6 is a turbo shaft engine. I would say jet engines would also be a correct answer, right? They'll be over 600, but we don't really run too many jet engines nowadays. They're either turbo shaft or turbo fan type engines. And you learn all about those in level 5. Whoa, look at this. This is a tight race. Oh, very good. Roy G. Biv. Remember that? Or if you have kids like me, you know all the little songs. Oh, the nephew of the Ibarra family is in the race. BCIT, what? The Wright brothers. Actually, I have another PowerPoint for another history PowerPoint we got to get through. And I was thinking maybe I should have done this Kahoot after that, but we're doing pretty good. Ooh, TSIO 520C. Oh, very good. T, turbocharged. S, supercharged. I, fuel injected. O, horizontally posed. 520 cubic inches. Dash C, who knows what the dash C means? Yeah, it's got a small frontal area, which is good if you're dogfighting in a world war. Even cylinder cooling? No, it has uneven cylinder cooling. Remember, the front cylinders get great cooling and the back ones don't get as good. Yeah, Mark is right. C means C model. But what that actually entails, I don't know. We got to look at the manual to find out what the C model is. Yeah, a truck, you'll find the V-type engines in trucks. And some cars, and World War II aircraft. So new aircraft, what do we use? We use mostly horizontally opposed or turbine engines. World War II heavy transport, that would be like a static radial, multi-row static radial. There's a Cessna 180, no, 172. 172 it looks like. Maybe a 182. Yeah, by today's standards, reciprocating engines, piston engines are pretty slow, right? And they also are going to hang out low, I'd say under 16,000 feet. Unless you have a turbocharger or supercharger, then you can get your engine a little higher than that. The Ibarra family does not disappoint. Well done. What? You didn't know anything about whalebone? Come on. Okay, hopefully you know about it now, right? If we're getting up to 600 horsepower nowadays,